Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Duke's offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need...
Holds it in on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So Stanford's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. First points of the day are on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught over the middle. It's Doyle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ford. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Finds his man. It's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Brown will throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together, a really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points, but a chance to tie this up going into the half. And considering this offense hasn't played great, that would be a big win.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Under fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance. There he goes. Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Cardinal. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Goes to the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Crosses to 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Blue Devils are flying down the field. Leaves it with the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Brown wants to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. 1st and 10 for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Wants to go up top. Can't connect on his first throw.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's 4. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. That's caught. It's Anthony. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They'll immediately call timeout. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Oh, he's got some space. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. Brown will throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have...
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And nice answer by this defense. You give a play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On the ground, it's 4th. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man, it's Williams. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep, Nice job by this offense.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Blue Devils will punt this one away.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
The give to the tailback. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. A strike downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Might be changing the route. He's looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Got the quick completion. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Brown wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. Connection to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Blue Devils are threatening in the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body...
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Duke.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Brown will throw it. That's caught. It's Ford. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And they won't be able to connect downfield. Looking. Big-time play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Blue Devils trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Makes the grab, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll try the right side. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Brown wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down. Fires one high and deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Extending the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's Anthony. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game is taking care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like this lit.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
With the catch, it's Ford. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read and act.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Brown will throw it. It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Brown wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.